Every second, McDonald's sells 75 burgers. That's over 6.5 million burgers a day. But McDonald's isn't just about fast food. It's about game-changing strategy, relentless innovation, and bold decisions that built a global empire. Yet here's the shocking part. The original founders, the McDonald brothers, sell their company for $2.7 million, and after that, they never earned a single dollar in royalties from the company they created. From the rise of the Golden Arches to the invention of the Happy Meal, this is the story of how McDonald's revolutionized fast food and changed the way the world eats. And trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Our story begins in the United States, where Richard Dick McDonald was born on February 16, 1909, and his younger brother Maurice Mac McDonald on November 8, 1902, both in Manchester, New Hampshire. Raised in a working-class family, their father, Patrick, worked as a bartender, while their mother, Margaret, was a homemaker. With multiple siblings and limited financial resources, the McDonald brothers had to work from a young age to support themselves. Before they ever thought about burgers, the brothers worked in various industries, from running film projectors to operating soda fountains. This early exposure to customer service and business operations would later shape their revolutionary approach to the restaurant industry. In 1940, the McDonald brothers took a bold leap, opening their first restaurant, McDonald's Barbecue in San Bernardino, California. Back then, drive-in restaurants were all the rage. Customers ordered food from their cars, and servers, known as car hops, delivered meals on trays attached to the car windows. The original McDonald's Barbecue had 25 menu items, offering classic American fare like hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, and milkshakes. Some items started as low as 15 cents, an absolute steal even in those days. While the restaurant was popular, the brothers soon realized a critical problem. The car hop service was slow and inefficient. Orders took too long, customers had to wait, and the costs were too high. That's when they decided to reinvent the way food was made and served. In 1948, the McDonald brothers introduced something radical: the speedy service system. This was a completely new way of serving food, and it would change the industry forever. They cut their menu from 25 items to just 9, focusing only on burgers, fries, and milkshakes. Fewer choices meant faster preparation and service. Instead of one chef making an entire meal, the brothers introduced specialized tasks. One worker grilled burgers, another assembled them, and another fried the fries, just like a factory production line. They set an ambitious goal: serve food in under 60 seconds. By cooking in batches and keeping ingredients ready, customers got their orders almost instantly. Instead of waiting for a server, customers ordered at the counter, making the process even faster. This system was a game changer. It made food faster, cheaper, and more consistent, turning McDonald's into a leader in the fast food revolution. With their speedy service system running smoothly, the McDonald brothers had built something incredible. Their restaurant was profitable, efficient, and ahead of its time. But everything was about to change when a man named Ray Kroc entered the story, someone who would turn McDonald's into a global empire. This is where things take a dramatic turn. In 1954, Ray Kroc, a 52-year-old milkshake machine salesman, was traveling across the United States, selling his multi-mixers, machines capable of making multiple milkshakes at once. Business was steady, but one day, Kroc received an unusually large order that caught his attention. A small restaurant in San Bernardino, California, wanted 8 machines, far more than the average diner needed. The restaurant, McDonald's, owned by Richard and Maurice McDonald. When Kroc arrived at McDonald's, he was stunned by what he saw. Unlike traditional drive-ins, where customers waited for long periods while car hops delivered their food, McDonald's operated like a well-oiled machine. The McDonald brothers had created the speedy service system, a breakthrough in efficiency and consistency. Each worker focused on a single task, just like a factory. This meant burgers, fries, and drinks could be prepared simultaneously, cutting wait times dramatically. Instead of offering dozens of items, McDonald's only served a handful of products: burgers, fries, and milkshakes, ensuring speed and consistency. Customers walked up to the counter to order their food instead of waiting for a car hop. This was unheard of at the time. The result? Orders were ready in under a minute. Customers were in and out quickly, and the business was thriving. Kroc immediately saw the potential of this system, not just in San Bernardino, but across the entire country. After seeing the restaurant in action, Kroc pitched an idea to the McDonald brothers: franchising. His vision? To expand McDonald's into a national chain, replicating the speedy service system everywhere. The McDonald brothers were skeptical. They were more focused on quality control rather than aggressive expansion. Still, they agreed to let Kroc oversee franchising while they continued running their original restaurant. In 1955, Kroc opened the first McDonald's franchise in Des Plaines, Illinois, marking the official start of McDonald's nationwide expansion. Kroc kept improving the system and made important changes to the menu by making it simpler. By using strict systems, focusing on consistency, and keeping tight control over quality, Kroc turned McDonald's into the global brand it is today. His focus on innovation, efficiency, and consistency helped McDonald's stand out in the competitive fast food industry. His vision for business and his disciplined way of handling franchising were key to growing the company. Because of Kroc's leadership, new McDonald's restaurants opened across the United States, and he earned a royalty of 1.9% to 2% from each franchise's sales. Kroc was also a very disciplined businessman, making sure his work-life balance stayed healthy. As the business grew, he hired people he trusted to handle daily operations. However, even as McDonald's became a huge company, Kroc stayed very involved in many parts of the business. He took a hands-on approach to maintaining quality, often visiting franchises, walking through kitchens, and making sure everything met his standards. Sometimes he even swept the floors himself, showing how dedicated he was to the business. But as the franchise network grew rapidly, tensions between Kroc and the McDonald brothers began to rise. As more franchises opened, Kroc became increasingly frustrated with the McDonald brothers. He wanted full control to push aggressive expansion, but the brothers were hesitant. They worried about maintaining quality over rapid growth. For Kroc, this was a major roadblock. McDonald's had the potential to be massive, but the brothers weren't willing to scale up at his pace. To Kroc, there was only one solution: buy them out. In 1961, after years of disagreements, Kroc offered to buy the McDonald brothers out completely for $2.7 million, about $24 million today, adjusted for inflation. It was a life-changing amount of money, and the brothers agreed. And K. Kroc also said they will get royalty for the profit. However, there was one crucial problem. The part of royalty profit was made with a verbal promise that the brothers would receive royalties from future McDonald's profits. But since this wasn't written into the agreement, Kroc never paid them a single cent in royalties. And there was no proof these promised any were. With that, the McDonald brothers were out, and Kroc took full control of McDonald's. Kroc wasted no time in expanding McDonald's. After the buyout, he pushed forward with his aggressive plan for rapid expansion, taking McDonald's from a small regional chain to a national and eventually international business. He made sure that every franchise followed strict rules to ensure that food quality, service, and even the restaurant's design were all consistent across locations. Kroc's commitment to standardization and his relentless drive helped McDonald's become one of the world's most recognizable and successful brands. Through his vision and control, McDonald's transformed from a small family business into a global icon in the fast food industry. He enforced strict franchise rules to ensure consistency, from the size of the fries to the thickness of the burgers. He standardized branding, making the Golden Arches an icon recognized worldwide. He introduced massive marketing campaigns, cementing McDonald's as America's fast food leader. In 1963, McDonald's introduced Ronald McDonald. The character was made to help promote the brand and its products, especially to attract children. The first person to play Ronald McDonald was Willard Scott, who was also a well-known TV personality at the time. Ronald McDonald became a symbol of McDonald's all over the world. His bright red hair, yellow jumpsuit, and friendly personality helped the brand stand out. Ronald became the face of McDonald's, appearing in ads, commercials, and promotional materials for many years. McDonald's used Ronald McDonald to create a fun and family-friendly image, especially for kids. This connection to children was very important in making McDonald's the top fast food choice for families. As for the McDonald brothers, they faded into relative obscurity, their names forever tied to a company they no longer owned. Meanwhile, Ray Kroc went on to become one of the most influential figures in business history, all because of a small burger stand in San Bernardino. When Ray Kroc took full control of McDonald's in 1961, he didn't just think about selling more burgers, he was thinking much bigger. He saw an opportunity that most people overlooked: real estate. Instead of just expanding the fast food empire through franchise fees like everyone else, Kroc had a game-changing idea. What if McDonald's didn't just own the brand, but also the land under every restaurant? Here's how it worked. Rather than just collecting royalties from franchisees, McDonald's itself would purchase the land where new restaurants were built. Then, instead of selling the land to franchise owners, McDonald's would lease it to them, typically on long-term 20-year contracts. This was a brilliant move for several reasons. First, it ensured a steady flow of income for McDonald's, no matter how each restaurant performed. Even if a franchise was struggling, McDonald's still got paid through rent. Second, it gave McDonald's total control over its locations. The company could choose the best spots for its restaurants, maintaining prime real estate in high-traffic areas while keeping a consistent brand image. But the real genius? This model shifted McDonald's from being just a fast food company to a real estate powerhouse. Instead of depending solely on food sales, McDonald's now had a second revenue stream, one that was far more stable and predictable. Over time, as property values increased, McDonald's land assets became worth billions, and that's the secret behind why McDonald's is one of the most successful companies on the planet. After some years, McDonald's went public on April 21, 1965. The company offered 100,000 shares to the public at a price of $22.50 per share. The IPO was a significant milestone for McDonald's. By going public, McDonald's was able to raise the capital needed to accelerate its expansion. Now, McDonald's plan was to go global. Their goal was enter countries where fast food culture was on the rise. The first McDonald's restaurant outside the United States was opened in Canada in 1967. This marked the beginning of McDonald's international expansion. In 1971, McDonald's made its Asian debut with the opening of its first Japanese location, setting the stage for further expansion across the continent. The company also entered Europe by opening its first restaurant in the Netherlands, marking a crucial step into Western markets. After these huge success, Ray Kroc stepped down as CEO of McDonald's in 1977 and focused on his personal life. And later, the CEO position was passed to Fred Turner. Fred Turner has also worked as with Ray Kroc for years for the starting of his business. Even after Ray Kroc stepped down, McDonald's continued to grow at an impressive way. In countries with a culture of social dining, McDonald's adjusted the size of its outlets to accommodate larger groups and families. In some Asian markets, smaller or more modernized restaurant designs were implemented to cater to busy urban areas. The growth was progressing well, but for McDonald's, tough times were ahead, marked by a period of controversy. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, McDonald's found itself under intense scrutiny. Once the undisputed leader of fast food, the company now faced growing backlash over the health impact of its menu. With its burgers, fries, and milkshakes loaded with calories, fat, and sodium, health experts and public figures pointed fingers at the fast food giant, arguing that its food contributed to rising obesity rates, especially among children. But this was just the beginning. Even bigger controversies were on the horizon. In 2004, McDonald's faced one of its biggest public relations crises yet, a documentary that sent shockwaves through the fast food industry. Super Size Me, directed by Morgan Spurlock, took direct aim at McDonald's, exposing the potential dangers of consuming fast food regularly. In his experiment, Spurlock ate nothing but McDonald's for 30 days, 3 meals a day, every day. And here's the kicker. Whenever a McDonald's employee asked if he wanted to supersize his meal, he had to say yes. The results? Alarming. Spurlock gained 24.5 pounds, 11.1 kilograms, in just a month. His cholesterol levels skyrocketed. He experienced severe mood swings, constant fatigue, and even signs of liver damage. The film argued that McDonald's food wasn't just unhealthy, it was addictive and dangerous. When Super Size Me hit become viral, it created a media firestorm. Public outrage grew, and the pressure on McDonald's intensified. The company rushed to defend itself, calling the film misleading. And after this thing, McDonald's discontinued its supersize option. But the damage was done. McDonald's reputation took a major hit, and the film sparked global conversations about the role of fast food in the obesity epidemic. In response to the concerns raised by Super Size Me, McDonald's took several significant steps to address the negative publicity. In 2004, the company discontinued the Super Size option, which had become synonymous with overeating. To promote a healthier image, McDonald's introduced new menu items like salads, grilled chicken, fruit, and healthier beverage options such as water and low-fat milk. Despite the controversies, the company continued to thrive and expanded its global presence, further solidifying its position in the fast food industry. As of today, McDonald's operates over 40,000 locations across more than 100 countries, serving millions of customers daily. Approximately 93% of its restaurants are franchised, allowing local owners to manage the outlets with McDonald's support. The company has a strong presence in North America, Europe, and the Asia-Pacific region, while continuing to grow in emerging markets like India, China, and Africa. That's a wrap for the video. If you're curious about how Sam Altman built one of the biggest companies, OpenAI, which revolutionized the world with ChatGPT, check out the video playing on the screen.